I generally never used to ask, are you in a relationship to a candidate?
Okay.
But when I used to see his profile,
Okay.
I used to, there used to be something which used to tell me that there could be something like that
Okay.
when I used to interview him.
Okay.
And then I used to ask him that, were you in a relationship or did you have a relationship?
Yeah.
And even if he says no, I know that that is what is caused. But if you ask me, at the end of the day, I think Ragda is one of the best things to happen there. It is not being done with vengeance. It is not done to trouble you.
Okay.
I think it is to build you. Okay. And anything which is there to build you and somebody is sparing his time, I think we should acknowledge, respect, and pay gratitude to what is being happening there. If you have to join the school, the parents are being interviewed. Isn't
Exactly.
it? You are being coached to go there. I've seen even coaching for scenic schools and RIMC. A child is only 10 years old, coaching is going on. If we go into the brainstorming purpose, brainstorming is done to come to an optimal solution and get ideas from everyone. Actually, industry or when we are in the army also, if we are making operational plans, we do a brainstorming session. We ask others, okay, what are your views on it? As a matter of fact, we encourage everyone to speak. I tell them that this is the issue, your parental issue, your relationship or something. How does that happen? I'm just taking a class. I'm not even interviewing them.
Okay.
So that is the expertise which you develop in case you are interested in this field.
Yes.
I'm not saying that I'm an expert. There are many more experts,
Yeah.
But by and large, what experience has taught me now is that we can make out that where a person stands. Okay, but we do not take a decision based on that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, today we have with us Major General Anil Shukla sir, who is a retired commandant of SSB Bhopal, and I think today he is the right person, being the one who has been in the service board and has an 4-decade experience in armed forces. We will just talk and ask him about the life in the armed forces and the learning. How can the life and lessons learned in the armed forces can be implemented in the life to make the life very better. And I think he is the right person. As we know that in internet we have many people talking about SSB and stuffs. I think he is the one who has served there and also has been an interviewing officer. And also when it comes from the horse's own mouth, it sounds better and authenticative. So, sir, I welcome you for the session.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that.
Sir, to start with, sir.
Yeah.
I have a few simple questions.
Yes.
The first question is, how was your journey to Bangalore, sir?
How was the journey to Bangalore?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it was very interesting. In the morning we came and I think we had a very pleasant journey.
Okay.
Also, and I always look forward to coming to Bangalore. Okay. It's a lovely place any which way.
Okay.
And my wife belongs to this place, so it makes it much more this thing. I always loved Bangalore, yes.
So actually, what is the main difference, sir? Actually, you are from Delhi. You stay in Delhi.
Yes.
So what is the main difference when you come to Bangalore? You notice?
Okay, I'll tell you. The difference is, you see, Delhi is. I'm not from Delhi actually.
Okay.
You may say that after my retirement, I've settled down there. Otherwise, I'm from India. I mean, I've never stayed in Delhi otherwise.
Okay.
I've been moving around. You've named the places. I've been all over.
Okay.
But what I find distinct in Bangalore is, firstly, the greenery part of it is very, very nice.
Good.
The pollution levels are a little lower than Delhi.
Okay.
And then I find that the people here are different from the people in Delhi, in the sense that the interaction, the way they interact with you, and the way they are, helpful and warm towards you. I don't see that kind of a thing. Plus, the best part of Bangalore is that it has got some historic gardens which are there.
Yes,
all the landmarks are there.
Yeah.
And I have been to Bangalore. I've stayed here for a couple of months during my army service.
Okay.
And and my eldest brother was born in Bangalore.
Oh, good.
So that is also a connection with Bangalore, That is
so that you anyway you are not out of Bangalore. You are connected to Bangalore.
Yes, that is how it is.
Okay.
That is how it is, yeah.
Sir, now sir,
Yeah.
I just want to ask you, it's my curiosity, what made you to join army? Why army?
All right. I'll tell you, my father was in the Indian Air Force.
Okay.
But that is not the reason why I joined. I'll tell you frankly.
Okay.
I think it was something in the DNA. I think my grandfather was also in the army, but he served for a little short time during the World War.
Okay.
So probably that may be in the genes. But I remember I was about 4 or 5 years old when I was sitting in the sun.
Okay.
And my eldest sister, she asked me to, why are you sitting in the sun,
Okay.
Why don't you come in the shade? So I remember my spontaneous answer to her was
Yeah.
that if I do not sit in the sun, then how will I become a soldier? So I think that time only I knew that I want to be a soldier.
Okay.
My choice would have been, if you really ask me, I wanted to be a fighter pilot.
Yes.
But I was not very good at maths and science.
Okay.
So I had to go into arts. And when you go into arts, you then cannot become a pilot.
Okay.
So then I thought of joining the Indian Army. Any which way, Defence Forces was my choice right from the childhood.
Okay. Sir, now I just want to ask you about your academy days. How was your academy days? As I have heard many stories, many funny stories and many ragdas and many few things which makes the people and the officers over there bonded together for the entire life. The relationships and the brotherhood what you carry from academy days are the ones who stand for entire life. So how was yours, sir?
I think even I can only tell you one thing. If my 2 or 3 classmates come here now, I can sit through whole night and we will keep on cracking jokes. That is the kind of bonding we have.
Okay.
And we'll discuss our ragda. Most of the time we'll discuss the ragda.
Okay.
Because that is what stays with us.
Okay.
Now, academy days are tough. I wouldn't deny that. They are very tough. Especially the initial first term of yours is very tough because you are constantly on a kind of a punishment. In the sense, the training is there. But it is the saying in army that what is being taught to you in the classes is not even 20 to 30% of your training. It is the seniors, the ragda which they give you, that is the actual training which makes you mentally strong and physically strong, and that is an essential thing for a leader. You have to be mentally absolutely robust. You should be prepared for uncertainty. So unless they do not take that effort, I would say, people call it ragda. I say it is an effort, they take their time out. It is not that they are just giving us ragda. The fact is, it is their spare time also.
Yes.
But then they take that time out because in army we have a very beautiful system, I'll tell you. What is the system? We nurture our juniors. We empower them, we build them up and we bring them to a higher level. It is something which I have not seen much in the other organization. Here there is a ownership. That means my senior, my company chap, if he sees I'm weak in something, he will feel bad. And he'll make sure that you come up to the standard. Because he takes it as his pride that my boy is, my company, my junior is not able to do it. How is that?
Yes.
So that kind of a ownership is the one which brings in the ragda. At times the ragda is bad. It goes a little long. At that time you curse. But if you ask me, at the end of the day, I think ragda is one of the best things to happen there. It is not being done with vengeance. It is not done to trouble you. I think it is to build you. And anything which is there to build you and somebody is sparing his time, I think we should acknowledge, respect, and pay gratitude to what is being happening there. That is what I feel.
Good, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, now, sir, you being selected by a SSB officer, by a service selection board, you have been selected, and you again becoming a commandant of the same service selection board. So, what do you exactly, you being an officer, first let me talk to an officer or a selecting officer. As an officer, when a cadet approaches the board, what do you exactly see in a cadet to be? What do you want to be?
Okay, let me give you a metaphor, my own example. Let's start from that.
Sure, sir.
Because that will be the best thing. I remember in 1979, I think my SSB came. That is the time I got my SSB call. And it was somewhere in the month of March only, if I'm not wrong. And April I had my final third year examination. I was in college. I had appeared in CDS and I had cleared it on the first go. So now there was a debate firstly that should I take the SSB or should I prepare for my final exam. I still remember my brother telling me, he says, you go for your SSB. In case you get selected, it will give you a motivation to do well in your exam. And in case you do not make it, then you have to do well in your exam. I mean, either way he put
Anyway,
it.
either
So
way.
he put it up very well.
Yeah.
He says you go. And frankly, we did not know what SSB is all about. I didn't know anything about SSB. Why I didn't know? Firstly, there were no internet, there was no your mobile phone, nothing was there.
Okay.
There were no academies which I thought of.
Okay.
And any which way, if there was an academy,
Yeah.
I would have never gone to academy because I wouldn't have afforded an academy, and nor did I want to go to the academy.
Okay.
So why I am saying this is very important for people to understand
Okay.
that SSB actually has been designed
Okay.
for candidates who should come without any preparation. Actually, because I have been a commandant, now I can tell you, it has been designed that way, that we should have a raw candidate coming into the SSB.
So I want to just break you a little bit here.
Yeah.
When somebody says, I being an Fauji aspirant, even I have my SSBs out in June.
Yes.
If somebody says me this,
Yes.
to come to SSB for no without any preparation,
Yes.
after 3 failures in SSB,
Yes.
I will really laugh at them. I'll say, what you people are joking? And
Okay, I'll answer that. I think, you see, what has happened is, there is a little difference between your generation and our generation.
okay,
I'll tell you what is the difference.
okay,
Today, the generation which is here,
yeah,
you have been actually accustomed to crutches and support systems right from your childhood.
childhood.
If you have to join the school, the parents are being interviewed, isn't
Exactly.
it? You are being coached to go there.
Yeah.
I've seen even coaching for scenic schools and RIMC. A child is only 10 years old, coaching
yes,
is going
yes.
on. Okay, tuition start very early.
Yes.
During our time, taking a tuition was considered an insult.
Yeah, because
if
you are
any
weak.
student took, even if a student went for a tuition, he was mocked around by the people that he is taking tuition. Look at him. So the change has taken place. Now I am not saying that it is for good or bad, but the point is competition has increased. So today, a child right from the beginning feels that unless he has a support system, he will not be able to perform. So therefore, he lacks confidence to attend the SSB without coaching. Otherwise, SSB is not meant to be for a coach candidate any which way, I am telling you.
Okay,
And I'll prove it to you as we go. I'll convince you why it is like that.
okay,
You see, let's come to the psychological tests.
yeah,
Okay. Now, psychological tests are tests of personality. Firstly, they are not tests. It is just they're trying to understand your personality.
yeah,
Now, personality doesn't change overnight.
yes,
How does the personality develop?
okay,
It develops right from your childhood when you're an infant in your home.
yes,
When you grow up a little,
yes,
you go to school, your teachers, your parents, your friends, what you consume, what you read, that means what you consume. Which society do you stay in? What kind of friends are you living with? What kind of thinking you have? That is what you are. What kind of activities you're getting involved in. Now the point is, if you are doing normal activities which are there, I'm not saying something super this thing. You're in studies, you're all right,
okay,
but you're taking part in sports. I'm not saying sports. Why sports is important? It develops team spirit. It develops understanding of people. It improves interpersonal skills.
exactly,
Now, if you're doing, it also tells you that GTO task which you're doing is nothing else. If you've been playing games, it is chicken feed to do those tasks. There's nothing great about it.
So, but actually, you know what happens? It's my personal experience.
Yeah,
I will agree you, I'll partially agree with you.
yeah,
Yeah, partially agree with you because
Yeah.
what exactly happened in SSB is
yes,
when you go just blank without any preparation, when
Yes.
GTO briefs you something,
yes,
it is like a mantra.
yes,
It is like a mantra. It's like you are saying something blah 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 blah. Because at that point of time, you can't re-question the GTO saying that it will create a bad impact.
All right,
So
okay.
how to deal with these types of things?
all right. So that is, I'll tell you something very important which the schools do not teach.
Okay.
And which you have to, that is a skill which you have to develop. And this is first one of the mantras which I tell to the candidates who are preparing for the defense forces.
Okay.
And for your life, it's not only defense forces,
Yeah.
communication skills.
Okay.
And when I talk about communication skills, people think it is just talking.
Yes.
Communication is just minuscule part is talking.
Okay.
The most important part is listening.
Listening.
And today we are losing the art of listening.
Okay.
You know what is the research has shown? A span is only 7 seconds to 8 seconds today of attention. If that is your span,
That is what MSD also said. Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Mahendra Singh Dhoni said.
it's a scientific truth. I'll tell you the research. I'll show you the research.
No, what exactly I was quoting is after the World Cup win 2011,
Yes.
Mahendra Singh Dhoni says this. He says that he was questioned by media saying that why are you not conducting team meeting? Why are you not conducting? Because Australian team was conducting team meetings for hours together. They were discussing about the players, and MSG just laughs and say, "Gentlemen, I know the focus span of an individual is just 30 seconds."
Yeah, that's it. You see, there are various spans which they talk about.
Yeah.
The spans of when you are answering in an interview, the span of IO is not more than 60 to, if a very good IO, 90 seconds. So if you're speaking more than that, if you're giving an answer which is longer than that, it is not reaching anywhere.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, it is called verbosity, which you do not understand.
Okay.
But I'm talking about what you asked me about the GTO giving a list. Why are we not understanding what he's saying?
Yeah.
Because we are not focusing on it. What happens to a candidate there is, he is worried more about the answer which he wants to give. How will he make the solution? Will I be getting selected or not? That is the last thing which should be on your mind. Your mind should be saying, here is something which he is saying, let me listen to him, let me finish this task to the best of my ability. But the problem is, you all get nervous that I have to finish, like GP, group planning exercise.
Group planning exercise.
Everybody is worried, how will I do it? And if I sit down with you and if I spend about 1 hour, I'll prove it to you that it is the simplest of the tasks which is given to you, which you do every day in your life. Every day you're doing it. Yeah. But just because it is being asked in a test form, you're getting nervous. And you're not listening to him. If you listen to him, your 50% of solution will be there. And that is why I'm telling you, there is no requirement of preparation.
Sir, the funniest part in SSB is,
yes.
What I feel is, personal experience,
yes.
there you have to sell yourself. Even though you have to sell yourself very much beautifully. Okay. Because the candidates, your brothers who are there sitting with you will never let you speak.
Now you come to a different aspect altogether.
Yeah.
You see, first aspect which you asked me is that when he is giving a briefing, we do not understand.
Yeah.
And we cannot even ask him a question.
Yes.
You see, we are all very expert assessors. Okay. And we can make out a candidate who's asked a question genuinely.
Okay.
Or who's trying to just show himself to the GTO that he is a little... So those candidates who are trying to just show off are the ones who will get a negative mark. But if you're genuinely asking a question, which they can make out, they will reply to you. They will clarify your doubt. It is nothing wrong in asking. But provided you have been paying total attention to what is being told. That is the thing. Now when it comes to the second question which you asked me is about the group discussions.
Yeah.
You see, unfortunately, this is the problem which is started by, I don't know where it came from.
Okay.
But group discussion is a form of a brainstorming session.
Okay.
All right. Why do we do brainstorming? If we go into the brainstorming purposely, brainstorming is done to come to an optimal solution and get ideas from everyone. Actually, industry or any, when we are in the army also, if we are making operational plans, we do a brainstorming session. We ask others, okay, what are your views on it? As a matter of fact, we encourage everyone to speak.
Okay.
So group discussion is also actually that. You've been given a task to come to an optimal solution. But every candidate, I don't know where he is being taught or where is he getting an idea that if I don't speak, I will not get selected or I should not allow others to speak. I think it is far from true. What is required is that if you, and secondly, there are two things which I'll tell you. One is this understanding is not there. Secondly, some candidates who have been coached and things like that, they feel that they know and they start speaking. And they won't allow you to speak. But I have also seen the candidates who wanted to speak, they spoke. If they knew, they were confident and they knew that their point is absolutely valid, they won't stop. Once they start speaking in between, they carry on. It is those candidates who feel that my point is not very good, but I want to show it to the GTO that I am speaking, at least I am taking participation. There is no show off.
Yeah.
When you give a point, you should give a point in the most confident manner, and the point should be genuine and it should be worth it. You don't have to keep on speaking there. I'm telling you a fact. You make a point which is absolutely valid, but that doesn't happen. So therefore, it's a fish market situation which is being created there, because you do not know much about it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I will. This is my. I can give you my example. I had chest number 4. I was chest number 5. For chest number 4 was Mohammad Maroof Raza. I don't know if you heard his name. He's a international speaker. He was my chest number 4.
Yeah, I know him.
You know him?
Yeah.
He's from Stephens. He's from St. Stephen's College. He's my course mate.
Okay.
Now you see, if that kind of a person is in your group, that means other people should not be speaking. Can you believe in our group, out of 8, 5 got selected?
Oh.
Because everybody was enjoying it. We were telling, okay, I have given my point, now let's have your point, let's have your point. There was no fish market there. Because we didn't know that this is supposed to be impressing the GTO. That's why I'm saying what coaching has done is wrong. If you go without coaching, it is much better.
Okay.
All right.
Sharan, I want to start about I want to just now come to the process of SSB.
Yeah.
The most difficult process of SSB.
Yeah.
That is the first day screening.
The screening.
Screening. What
Yeah.
I personally feel is
Excuse me. Yeah.
luck factor plays a prominent role in screening. Whether it is true or it is far from reality.
Okay. I'll be very candid about it.
Okay.
Screening has been introduced because there earlier during our time there was no
you did
screening.
not
It
have
has been
screening.
introduced only now, and it is a process to actually weed out those candidates who stand no chance in stage 2. Secondly, it also permits the assessors to devote the time and focus on those candidates who have some kind of a potential of getting through the SSB. That is the reason why this is being done.
So let me please cut down you there.
Yeah.
You said me that it will give you an assessor to assess the candidate who are most capable, who are more capable.
Those who have the potential of clearing stage 2.
Okay, potential of clearing the
Stage 2.
Stage
Yes.
2.
Yes.
So how come in 30 odd seconds, in 20 odd seconds,
Yes.
a person or an individual can
Yes.
see the potential in the candidate? It's my first question.
Okay.
Did you understand the question?
Oh,
The first question is,
Yeah, I got it. 30 seconds you're saying.
30 seconds how we can understand the potential of a candidate. And the
Yes.
second question is, you are being yourself. You are being yourself over there. You go with your preparation, you narrate a story and you participate in the GTO. In what basis you are not screening out the students?
You're not screening
You
out?
are screening out the students.
All right, okay. It's a competitive thing.
Yeah.
Okay, your OIR marks play a very dominant role in it.
Yes.
All right, it
Yes.
is very, very important.
Yeah.
Secondly, you're saying 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I'll show you a video
Yes.
where scientifically
Yeah.
it has been proved that in some milliseconds
Okay.
of with your vocal sound,
Okay.
you can make out a personality of a person. I'll show you a video. It doesn't take more than that.
Okay.
You think that 30 seconds we are giving, I may give you even 5 seconds, 10 seconds. As a matter of fact, I'll see you walking in.
Yeah.
Chances are that my prediction would be absolutely right.
Okay. Whether
So-
that will be predetermined?
No, it's not predetermined. No. Never will it be I don't know you. Who are you?
What I mean by predetermined means?
It is not predetermined. You see, the candidate when he walks into the room where they have come for the narration,
Yes.
and the way they sit down,
Yeah.
I'll sit down with you.
Okay.
Okay, let's experiment it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who are the guys who should be selected there only. Without speaking, I'll tell you. That is the expertise of the IO and
So you
the
have
GTO
been
there.
you have been taught by DPIR.
I have not only been taught, that is the basic teaching,
Okay.
but I have done a lot of study after that.
Okay.
Today I can say
Okay.
that was my, the, what do you call, the springboard
Okay.
from where I took off.
Okay.
But after that, I've done a lot of research. And I've been experimenting and I'm seeing, and the kind of candidates when they break down
Okay.
and they tell me the stories,
Yeah.
which they would have never told anybody. And it's not happened only in SSB now.
Okay.
I go and take classes at IIMs.
Okay.
All right. When I take classes, there also students come to me after the class is over. Sir, can we have 5 minutes with you? Can we have 10 minutes with you? 10 minutes with you. That they come to me. Okay. And they say that, and I tell them that what is the issue with them. And 99% it is right.
Okay.
I tell them that this is the issue, your parental issue, your relationship or something. How does that happen? I'm just taking a class. I'm not even interviewing them.
Okay.
So that is the expertise which you develop in case you are interested in this field.
Yes.
I'm not saying that I'm an expert. There are many more experts,
Yeah.
But by and large, what experience has taught me now is that we can make out that where a person stands.
Okay.
Okay, but we do not take a decision based on that.
Okay.
I'll tell you that also.
Okay.
I may make an impression of yours that when you walk in that what the kind of a candidate you are.
Yes.
But we give you adequate time to, you are saying 30 seconds?
Yes.
Maybe that SSB you must have got only 30. But otherwise it's 1 minute for your narration.
Okay.
And there is a group discussion also which happens.
Okay.
That's enough for us to make out. That there's nothing, we don't require anything beyond that. But any process in this world, any filtration process in this world cannot be foolproof. So to that extent, when you say that, can you tell me with surety that this is the correct system? Or is it absolutely this thing foolproof? No system in this world is foolproof up till now.
Okay.
So there are some candidates who may, fall the other side of the dice and get through there. That can happen. I acknowledge that.
Okay.
But that is true with any system.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one curiosity, as you said that you can just make out you can get an impression on a person just by sitting.
Yeah.
So what is your impression on me?
that we'll discuss later, because we are not discussing you. That I can talk to you later.
Sure,
but
sir.
in this thing, you can just ask me what you.
Yeah.
Let's stay on this.
Yeah.
About you, we can always discuss.
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
And my next question is,
Yeah.
after the SSB, sir, when it comes to your the second part, psychology part, what you have already told me. So, and the third part comes is the interviewing part.
Yes.
The what exactly interviewer, you being an interviewer, is expecting from the candidate, or how the candidate should prepare for interview.
All right. It's a question which is often asked me, that how will you prepare for an interview?
Okay.
Again, my basic line would be the same, that there is no preparation required.
Okay.
Why I say that is, the more natural you are, the more original you are, the more honest you are, the more, what I would say, you're presenting yourself the way you are and not stressed at all, is the best way to go into the interview. Now, issue is, it is an interview which is based, it is going to test your personality. It is not based on your academics or something. Most of the candidates are under the impression that academics is very important in that. While it may play some part, but actually I'm looking at your personality. And what am I looking? Now that is the question. Firstly, I'm looking at your confidence. All right. Secondly, I'm looking at your communication skills. I'm looking at your attitude in life, as to what kind of an attitude you have in life. Do you have spontaneity? Okay, that is important for me. Spontaneity. Are you honest? Okay. Are you what you're appearing to be from outside? Are you inside also the same? If you're not, I'm afraid he's not going to take you. And they have ways to find out whether what you're saying is right or not. You may not know, but they're very innocent questions which may be put to you, and you will be this thing. So now again, what I'm saying is, these and the questions which are being asked to you are basically about your life. If you see the CIQs, which you rapid fire, what locally is being called, it is actually a CIQ, comprehensive information questionnaire. Now the first one, if you see just the first one also, let's go by that. Just to give you an example, what is it asking you? I would be interested in knowing about your percentages in marks. Okay, please tell me the percent from 10th till the present level of education, subjects you chose in 11th, and for your graduation, what made you choose the subjects? What was in the back of your mind as far as your career options were concerned when you chose that? Tell me about the competitive exams which you were given, and campus placements if you attended, what happened in that? Tell me about your teachers, whom you liked, who was your favorite, and the ones who did not impress you.
Okay.
And also your friend circle, maybe from neighborhood, from your school, from your college, anywhere. Why do you consider them as your close friends? You can name them and tell me why.
So
And the third one.
I'm really impressed. I don't know when did you retire from this commandant post, but you are saying the CIQ in the order which is asked in the interview. I'm really impressed.
Thank you so much. Thank you. But what I'm trying to say is this is the CIQ.
Yeah.
Now, let's break it down.
Yeah.
It appears very, humongous.
Yeah.
That what has been asked, and the candidate gets a little nervous. I understand that.
Yes.
Even if I was sitting, I would also get nervous. I know what is asked. But if you ask me about preparation, then he should decipher he should sectionize what is the CIQ. First is education.
Yes.
Under education, I'm asking percentages.
Yes.
Now you ask me blindfolded in the night, what was your percentages in school? I'll tell you now also. In college also, I'll tell you now.
Yes.
But I find the candidates cannot even tell that correctly.
Yes.
So tell me, what is the preparation required for? Is there any preparation required for that?
No, actually, I'm speaking you the truth. For first 2 attempts, I didn't prepare.
No, let's not take a personal example. Let's take a journal example.
Okay.
I'm talking about journal thing.
Okay.
That why should a candidate not be able to tell me his percentages and his subjects which he is taking?
No,
why is he taking?
What I was telling you is the third attempt when I prepared, I got this CIQ list. I started preparing. The percentage what I got in 12 seems to be very large. I could not remember the percentage.
So basically, the thing is, you should just sit there.
Yeah.
Be confident. Be attentive. Be cheerful. And look enthusiastic. You come for an interview on your own will.
Yes.
Nobody has forced you to come here.
Yes.
So the first impression you should give is that you're a kind of a person who's warm, who's friendly, and who's enthusiastic about it.
Okay.
Not that you're stressed, you're shivering, you're sweating. I mean, why should you be doing that?
Okay.
So that is the first thing. So I just told you that it is your academics they're asking. Then they are asking you about your subjects.
Yes.
Okay, so that is part of academics.
Yes.
Then they are asking about teachers. What's so bad? What's so great about telling about teachers? Your friends.
Yeah.
You're not able to tell me about your friends also. Your sports and co-curricular activities. So tell me, what preparation do you require in this? It should be extempo. It should be something. Even if I ask you, I'm telling you, it would be. You will answer this question much better sitting here. If I casually ask you.
That's what I'm feeling.
You will answer very well.
Yeah.
But you will not do it in the interview because there you are stressed. So I would recommend that please practice speaking to as many strangers as you, if you want to prepare.
Okay.
Talk to strangers.
Yes.
Whenever you get an opportunity to do public speaking, please do that.
Okay.
Try and understand people. Try and take part in activities which are teamwork.
Okay.
Try and take part in games where you get to know people, you can talk to people, you understand people. And understanding people is very essential in your lifetime, I'm telling you.
Okay.
It will help you in life. It is not only for SSB. SSB is just, I won't even say a millionth of the part of life, So you have to learn all this. If you're doing that, you will be successful. I do not see any reason why you should not be successful then.
Good.
So I personally feel that what we are looking at is only this. An average student who has been good at studies, good means he is doing all right.
Yeah.
I don't want a 95%, but I'm not looking at 50% also. 70, 75 is also all right. But as long as he's complemented it with co-curricular activities, he is playing sports, he may not be a Tendolkar. I'm not asking whether you got we have never asked for any certificate in SSB.
Okay.
Have you ever been asked for a certificate?
No.
Why? We are not interested whether you are Sachin Tendolkar. You played cricket, that's good enough.
Okay.
If you did very well, fine. But did you play or you not? And we find out whether you played or not, we know how to find out. That the interviewing officer finds out.
Yeah.
So if you're doing that and if you're obedient, if you have a little responsibility toward your parents, you understand them. That what is as a child, as a son, what are my responsibilities towards my parents? If you have this kind of empathy, you have understanding, that's all what we are looking. We are looking at an all-rounder kind of a guy, a well-rounded personality rather than just a pada likha, padaku bookworm. We are not looking at that.
Sir, a straightforward question.
Yeah.
A candidate comes
Yeah.
and he'll say he has some issues with his family. And he says that inside an interviewer.
Yeah.
He says straightforwardly what is there, what is exact issue he says. Whether it hampers the candidate?
I'll tell you. Firstly, the IO would get to know that there is some issue in him.
Yeah.
When he is talking to him, he would get to know that.
Yeah.
Now, if it has affected him,
Ah.
then definitely it is going to go against him.
Okay.
In the sense, if he's had some issue in the family,
Okay.
there's some candidates who take an excuse of that. They want to take sympathy.
Yes, yes.
But you see, life has to carry on. A leader, if you want to be a leader in your life,
Yes.
if you want to command troops, your troops will have a lot of problems. If you are not stable emotionally, how would you handle it? So, if it has impacted you, and it is the reason for your performance not being good,
Okay.
then definitely it can affect you.
Okay.
But if that has happened, and you are strong enough to get out of it, and you are doing very well,
Yes.
there is nothing wrong in it. We will not hold it against you.
Okay.
But the chances when the IO asks you this is because he's already been able to assess that there is some issue in you because of which your performance has gone down. For example, I'm telling you, I generally never used to ask, are you in a relationship to a candidate?
Okay.
But when I used to see his profile,
Okay.
I used to, there used to be something which used to tell me that there could be something like that
Okay.
when I used to interview him.
Okay.
And then I used to ask him that, were you in a relationship or did you have a relationship?
Yeah.
And even if he says no, I know that is what has caused a problem to him in his life. Sometimes they do open up, they said yes, and that is where I identify that this is where he had a issue in his education also, in his life also. So that is how it is. It's all connected to overall thing.
Yeah.
One thing doesn't decide the fate. That is what I would say.
Sure, when I just put your name on the Instagram, on the social media, there was this part of question which blew up like stars. It is like everywhere, everybody asking the same question.
What is that?
How when interviewing officer ask about the current affairs,
Yes.
उसको क्या बताना है क्या नहीं बताना है, because you say anything he'll probe.
Yes.
For example, tell me about 5 international current affairs. If I tell about any current affairs, you start probing like इसका capital क्या है, उसका capital क्या है, उसका नदी कौन सा है, and how it is important in finding out the personality of a candidate.
Okay, it's a very interesting question which you asked, and generally candidates are quite, they have a scare of current affairs questions. I know it. Firstly, current affairs is very huge.
Yes.
It's an ocean.
Yeah.
It's actually a couple of oceans together.
Yeah.
And IO can ask you anything. He can.
Yeah.
And that is a problem for a candidate. I do understand.
Yeah.
But by and large, the question which is going to be asked is going to be the one which is very, very, it is very popular. It is in the media, it is in the news. Everybody is expected to know about it. Firstly, that is the one thing which they'll ask. And second thing is that it will be based on what candidate has answered in the earlier part.
Okay.
He may have said that I read newspapers.
Yeah.
So he says, okay, you read newspapers. So if you read newspaper, since when are you reading? Which newspaper? He'll ask you that.
Yes.
Then he'll say, okay, tell me 2 or 3 international news which are current. Obviously, you telling me that you read newspaper.
I get you.
I am not asking you.
Yes.
So when you say that I read, so we expect you to be then, suppose I ask you about, say, Israel and Palestine.
Yeah.
If you say that is the thing. So I'll just ask you, obviously I am bound to ask you, that tell me what are the repercussions for India?
Yeah.
What are the things? And how do you think it can be brought to a culmination? So what are your views on it? It's very natural to ask.
Okay.
It is nothing which we are asking. We are not asking because it is also to assess whether he actually reads newspaper or not.
Okay.
It tells me that. Or he is just bluffing. So, golden rule, please do not bluff.
Yes.
And suppose you do not know an answer. I am telling you, please say, sorry sir, I do not know the answer. I will find out about it. Don't try to make your image in answering or in your PIQ more than what you are. That is my golden advice to everyone.
Okay.
You know what every candidate tries to do? He pads up his PIQ, thinking that will be impressing. No, sorry, that will not impress me at all. Your PIQ is not going to impress me.
So you're telling me not to back PIQ?
Not to pad it up. That means don't add any extra things which you are not doing.
Yes, I get you.
Please do not do that.
Yes.
Because that is going to get you into trouble, nothing else.
Yes.
You know, why do you want to write that? That's what I'm saying. SSB is what you are. So why do you want to tell me that you are not this, but you are more than this?
Yes.
The chances you will be get. As a matter of fact, if I were you, I would keep my PIQ very moderate.
Yeah.
And when I go in the interview and then he asks me question, then I project to him, and during the question answers, he realizes it's much more than the PIQ. That has a better impression on an IO. Other way around, it will make a problem.
Yes.
Then he'll start probing you because he'll feel that you're just trying to bluff. You're trying to impress me.
Yes.
You see, I only can say one thing, that when I went for the SSB, when I went for my interview, I just don't remember, or I am being stressed, and I don't remember that what kind of answers should I give. Nobody had told me. He asked me question, I started giving him answers spontaneously, what came to my mind.
Okay.
Simple as that.
Okay.
That is how it happened.
Good.
Yeah.
Sir, another question. Another last question about SSB.
Yeah.
So what does what prominent role that a IO plays in selecting a candidate? Whether he has some veto power or something like that?
No, I'll tell you, I'm one of the SSs. All three SSs are equal there.
Yeah.
All three have the same kind of rights. There is nothing which any SSA has got more this thing. As a commandant of the selection center, it cannot be that I can prevail. I should not prevail. I should not prevail. I'll underline that very strongly.
Okay.
We are selecting people for the defense of the forces.
Yeah.
If I make a wrong decision,
Yeah.
it can be hell to pay for the nation.
Okay.
So I have to be very conscious of the fact that all three SSs have got their techniques. They all have to be respected. They all are good, and they all have the same value as I have.
Okay.
Nothing that I should not, even if I feel I should not. There may be incident that I may have rated very high, but others may not. Then I have to respect what they have done.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not that I will prevail over them.
So that if a commandant has what I was told or what I has knowledge
You see,
is,
this is something which I'll just keep it to. I mean, you're putting it on the video, it's okay. But I'm telling you, you can cut it off from the video.
Okay.
This is what the cheap mentors are telling you.
I wanted
what
actually
cheap
to speak
mentors
about,
are doing.
Yeah.
It is not true, and I don't want to tell certain things which are not supposed to be told to you. It doesn't matter whether I have it or not.
Okay.
It doesn't matter to a candidate, does it?
Yeah.
So I would like to refrain from getting into comments on these things which are not supposed to be told to candidates.
Okay.
I'm telling you those things which are actually beneficial to a candidate if he is preparing for SSB.
Good.
That is what I feel.
Yeah. Sir, and the next interesting part, what I feel is, what are the lessons and learnings in armed forces which you are still keeping it today?
Okay, there are many of them. I'll tell you, this is very nice. I'll have to narrate a little story.
Sure, sir.
We go for a commando course, that is in Belgaum.
Yes, you are a part of commando course?
Every infantry officer has to do commandos. Alright, it is not that only commandos do it. All infantry officers do commandos.
Okay.
Alright. So that's a 33 days course which is held in Belgaum.
Okay.
And if you want to have a little feel of it, please watch the movie Prahar.
Yeah, I watched
Nana
it.
Patekar.
That
is being filmed on the life of a commando training which happened there. Okay, there the thing is, there is no program, there is no scheduled program.
Okay.
They tell you in the night you're sleeping, suddenly they'll say within half an hour please fall in.
Okay.
And they'll say that you have PT or unarmed combat. You go for unarmed combat, the moment it finished, they say, okay, now you have to go for a 10 kilometers endurance run. You finish that endurance, then they say, okay, you have to go for rock craft. Nothing is told to you before. It is all of a sudden. All right? And by the night when you are broken, totally tired, you want to rest, they take you for a movie, they show you a training movie.
Okay.
They make you sit on the benches which don't even have a backrest.
Okay.
And that movies are very boring. They are training movies.
Okay.
Or World War time movies, how things are seen, how to camouflage and all. So you feel sleepy. So they switch on the light, and if they find you are sleeping, you get a punishment for that.
Okay.
Now, people may think that it is, it is too much. But why this program has been done this, and that is a life lesson for everyone. Life is very uncertain. You have to be prepared for uncertainty. This is one life lesson which I have learned from Army, and I carry it with me.
Yeah.
You have to be prepared for uncertainty.
Yeah.
COVID was that uncertainty. I hope you understand.
Yes, yes.
So that is the lesson which I carry. The second lesson which I carry is that we have started valuing small little things.
Yes.
You see, when we have nothing, when we go for operations, I remember one operation which I went in Kashmir.
Okay.
That operation was only supposed to be for 24 hours. It got extended to 48, it got extended to 96, it got extended further, 7 days. We were in the same shoes, same socks, same underclothing, and our rations had run out.
Okay.
Water had run out. We had nothing, but we still had to be in the operation.
Okay.
Because we were in search of militants.
Okay.
So, when such operations take place, that is the time you realize a value of even a sip of water. The value of just this much of rice or rations. So we start valuing small little things too much. And that is what everybody should. We should be grateful in life for whatever we are getting. We are, very greedy to get many things. But we should be, absolutely grateful for small little things and value them and start being happy with them. We should learn to be contented with them. That is another thing which I have learned. Then of course, man management, which I always carry, how to deal with the human beings. We have been dealing with them all through.
Yes.
Other things you must have heard a lot: discipline, punctuality. Oh, those things are leadership qualities. Those things are all there. But I'm talking about things which are, not generally spoken about.
Yes.
So I want to talk about those things. Empathy. Empathy is something which you have learned in the army. The other thing is ownership. Now, I'll not talk about me, but most of the veterans, when they go and take lectures in colleges and all, they find the children really becoming very close to them.
Okay.
And they even have come and told them that, sir, we don't have this kind of a way of teaching by the normal professors and all. So I was just, sort of thinking in my mind, why it is it? It is because we've been taught like that in our.
Exactly.
So this is a very big lesson which I'm carrying with me, and it's really helping me. Whenever I meet somebody, if I want to really mentor him, I take ownership. I don't do it for time's sake, or just do it for half an hour and finish it off. So that's it.
Okay.